Hi, this is Elizabeth Bulkley. I'm here tonight to do my assignment on the Marzano book, and tonight I'll be talking about tracking student successes. Um, you're here in my home, and Maribel's also here. She's on the couch. She's sleeping. Hopefully, she'll stay asleep. We'll see. Pretty fun. I'm excited tonight to talk to you about this. This is something that I've studied quite extensively in my career, and I'm very anxious to implement technology along with my strategies that I've used in order to measure student successes. I've found that over my 16 years, it is very important in order to include how your students are doing and try to include them in that goal setting as well. But moving it from paper and pencil into an actual technology notebook or something online is something that I'd like to take the next step towards. So tonight I've made you a presentation, and I'm going to take you through it. You'll have to excuse my voice because of my pneumonia that I've recently had. So I'm feeling a lot better though. Okay. All right. Okay, tracking student progress with technology. First thing that Marzano talks about, along with um, his co-writer, technically, are assessments and technology. Tonight, this part of the chapter focused on 3 strategies to help those students succeed. The first type is formative assessments. Second, different types of other assessments, and then charting student progress in order to make students successful. And at the bottom, I've included 2 pictures, one of Socrative or Socrative. I'm not exactly sure how to say that, but I use that quite frequently in my classroom. And then there's another picture of a laptop. So for formative assessments, it's your typical testing format. He suggests that you should have the students create questions within a framework of multiple choice, short answer, and constructive response. And instead of doing it paper and pencil, you should actually move towards the students making them through the use of technology. One way to do that is students can be given a chance to generate, ponder, and discuss the questions using polling software through clickers or another device. I worked at a school once where we had clickers, and it came in handy. The students really enjoyed it. Kahoot is another thing you can do online with smartphones, or you can also use iPads, and that's also been very interesting. The kids can also make certain things on Socrative as well, and you can pull them. You could also make a digital parking lot online with Padlet or something like that. And many curriculums offer this kind of online testing format that compiles data in order to analyze student mastery. We use ReadyGen at my school, and it compiles every question from every standard, and it shows you how well they actually understand the standards. And you can actually export them into Excel documents and things like that. It's also important for students to understand their mastery within each question that they are posing, and you need to provide feedback to them. So in this chapter, he talks about 3 different types of assessments, obtrusive assessments, which are paper and pencil, and unobtrusive assessments, teacher observes and records mastery, and student-generated assessments. So for the obtrusive, still that paper and pencil method, but moving to an online format instead will enhance their mastery of these standards and make them more involved in that assessment process. With the unobtrusive, the teacher gets to observe and record mastery, but you can also do that through anecdotal notes, perhaps on an iPad, or taking it to that next level with technology. You also have student-generated assessments, like they suggested with the clickers and things like that. Some of their suggestions when it came to capturing things was to use screen capture. They can show you what they're working on their actual device, by using programs like Jing, Screen Chomp, TouchCast. Screencast is the one I'm using right now. You could teach them how to use that. Um, they also said that you could file and monitor progress within a standard and save multiple versions. One place I've seen that is through Utah Compose, where it saves those multiple versions. Students could save things as version 1, version 2, show you the progression of their mastery towards that standard, possibly acting out the answer to a math problem or talking about how to edit a document with a partner or something like that, would also be examples of this. So in order to make them more successful, they suggest that you help them out with visuals, making a student progress chart on paper and pencil works as well, but moving it onto that online format. I know for us, we have the Office 365 suite at my school, and OneNote is something that the kids would be able to use since they all have access to it in order to write down their progress towards these standards. They can track their progress digitally, also using Google Drive. And you need to make sure that you take a time to look at it and give them feedback about their digital journals. So one other thing that they suggest you use is you can also bring this into that behavior tracking online as well. Um, I know that in our school we use Class Dojo. They suggest something like that would be great, where kids can use online trackers and set behavioral goals. You can also contact the parents and include them as well inside that type of program. And I included a picture of those dojo monsters and my cat, who laid there the entire time I made this presentation. So very fun. I hope that you'll get something from this particular chapter. I thought it was very interesting. I tend to use the formative assessments that they give us, obviously, that are online, like RISE, etc., and Utah Compose. But I don't really go out of my way to have kids devise questions in that technology format, and I think it's an excellent idea. I think it's something that I don't usually take into consideration. Yes, I have them do like a data notebook with their fluency and tracking certain things, but I don't really think to bring that into that electronic realm. And I think in literature class, it would save me a lot of time because I teach the highlight and they're very proficient. With my math students, I think it would be a lot trickier since they have a little bit of a harder time getting on and off the computers, but it might add to their total computer literacy. And I could see many benefits from that. So I hope you enjoyed my presentation. And if you have any questions or you need anything, just get a hold of me at ebulkley@scholarcharter.org. Thank you. Have a great night.